Can Upper Sandusky keep their Northern 10 title hopes alive by surviving a trip here inside of the Devil's Den? Or will Carey burn the Rams' win streak down by continuing their fiery play? Let's find out together, live and free, when Northern 10 conference rivals meet for the second time this season. Coming at you exclusively on the OH Report. And guess what? It's on the way. Next.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God Almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more.
Somebody else.
Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Two of the hottest teams in the Northern 10 Conference come face-to-face tonight, but only one team can continue their wave of momentum as Upper Sandusky and Carey take the floor. for a rivalry battle right here and now. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Bridgestone APM pregame. My name is Brian Skronsky. I got Storm Blunchley with me here tonight. In a fun matchup too, man. Both teams playing well, building confidence for the tournament, and the Rams still alive in the N10 title chase, Storm, so they got a little bit more at stake here tonight.
Definitely always fun to come out to the Northern 10 and watch any basketball game. There are 4 really elite teams here in the Northern 10, and it's just a really good conference, top to bottom. This is just some of the best basketball you can watch here in Ohio.
As you see here on a rivalry matchup, Upper Sandusky checks in 14 wins on the season, 3 consecutive W's for them. Carey 10-7 overall and starting to find their stride a little bit. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the Rams, who are eyeing their 4th consecutive dub. Typically, Storm, this is a team, they clean the glass well, and they fill it up over 61 points per game so they can get it done on the offensive end. We've seen that all year.
Yeah, definitely, and it all starts with Trent Beamer and those boys down low. The senior Trent Beamer, he's really good inside, super athletic, and this team isn't a slouch on defense either. They're really getting it done, specifically Beamer. He averages over 2.5 blocks a game, so just a really solid squad top to bottom, and their record reflects that.
The one category where they've struggled just a little bit, a young team out there. They give it away 14 times per game, only forcing a shade under 13 turnovers, so they obviously would likely want to be on a better end of that here tonight on the road. Jackson Smalley, this kid has been sizzling hot from downtown. He makes it rain like he controls the weather inside of the building, Storm. 3rd in the league in terms of percentage from downtown.
Yeah, definitely. He's that duo with Trent Beamer, a great three-point shooter, shoots over 40%. And hey, even when he misses, he knows his big men down low are going to have his back. Such a great rebounding squad, and he scores over 12 points a game, which is good enough for top 10 in the conference.
Doing just a little bit of every team thing, 32 steals as well, so playing on both ends of the floor this season. Carey, of course, we know they had a spectacular football season. They were just awarded tonight with something from one of the governor or a state representative, I believe, was in the building, Storm, giving them a plaque here tonight. They're starting to find their basketball legs, though, are these Carey Blue Devils, as we turn the spotlight on them and Coach Jamie Young. They've won 5 of their last 6 games. Their only loss in that stretch way back January 19th to the #1 team in Division III, Colonel Crawford. We know they're pretty good. So this is a team starting to find their stride.
Definitely, and you know, when you play football that late in the season is always a great thing, but being conditioned for football and being conditioned for basketball are 2 totally different things. So this is a team that's finally starting to, find their legs, and you can tell they're shaking off the rust still just a little bit here, even in this late of the season. But when you have a football season go that late, I mean, that's just kind of what happens.
And one guy that has really been elevating his game, Anthony Bell. 12th in the N10 in scoring. This dude's over 10 per contest. Also does a pretty nice job defensively on the rebounding glass, Storm.
Yeah, shoots 58%, 10.3 points per game, like you mentioned, and 2 steals per game. A guard who can get it done. He also has 4.5 rebounds per game. He just kind of stuffs the stat sheet. I know, he doesn't score that many points, but he makes up for it in a lot of other statistical categories.
Let's talk about the keys tonight to victory for Carey. And I know for you that you feel like they kind of got to be like the sheriff of the paint, lock down the lane.
Yeah, if you let Trent Beamer go to work in the post and then you double team, he's going to kick out, find open guys. So it all starts with kind of frustrating Trent Beamer as we take a listen to our national anthem. Mad props to the Carey band
back behind the Devil's Den for laying down an exquisite edition of the Star Spangled Banner for us. Always love having the pep bands here in the building for Basketball Storm. They're a little bit noisy, of course, all the echoing off of the four walls in here and off of the ceiling, but it definitely it brings the juice.
Definitely, and the student section being right there too, it almost doubles their size, and I'm sure sitting in that big dome or cone that they sit in, it amplifies the loudness as much as it can. So, Carey, they're a team that likes to show their school spirit, and you can really hear it.
Let's get back into the keys for us tonight. And we were talking about just now, all the students up there and then the pep band. That's my key. Just feed off of the crowd, ride that pro Devil audience. You know they're going to be loud when you do fantastic things here tonight. Take that energy and use it to your advantage. Make sure that you're doing enough to make Upper Sandusky feel uncomfortable here on the road in your gym.
Definitely, Brian, and I think they even have the RV out there. You hear it a couple times. It actually scared me during that that championship celebration. They opened the door up and it blew it right in here. So it gets pretty loud in here.
And for Upper Sandusky, I know that the food, the pastry is delicious, but turnovers on the hardwood, always a bad flavor, Storm. You don't want those here tonight.
Definitely, and Carey's a team that will take advantage. You never want to turn the ball over, never want to give up easy possessions, but Upper Sandusky, they're just a team that's been having a problem with it all season long. They do average 16 assists per game, so they are at least trying to find the open man, but 14 turnovers every night just ain't going to cut it against a good team like Carey.
And I feel like Upper Sandusky coming on the road, they got to drop some bombs. What's that mean? Deliver some threes from downtown in some big moments, and also some blocks. Trent Beamer, like nothing really stills the crowd's energy like a big block shot. If they can tie both of those things together, it may marry into a 4th straight win in a season sweep of their foes. Here's the starting lineups for tonight. For the Rams, they were just announced. Here they are out on the floor. We talked about Smalley. Zach Schaefer having a phenomenal season, too. A guard, an excellent rebounding guard at that. Levi Lamb having a good year as well. Holden Darris, and then Trent Beamer, the big man in the middle. He is going to be matched up with tonight the gentleman from Carey, Kemmerly, such an underrated athlete. Braden Young, Anthony Bell, Conti, Derek Lonsway, round out your starting 5.
And Brian, one of the biggest things I think that surprised me is the fact that Vallejo is such a prolific basketball player. I mean, the dude is an unstoppable force on the football gridiron, but I guess in basketball too, he's just one of those special athletes.
And actually, last second change, Vallejo is in the starting lineup for Kemmerly here tonight. Number 34, as Upper Sandusky comes out, knocks down an open look. They got a 2-0 lead.
And it'll be interesting to see if they elect to, have Vallejo guard Trent Beamer, with that speed and athleticism that he has. It'll be interesting to see if Vallejo can keep up.
Ball tipped into the hands here of Smalley. Whip pass over to the other side for Darris. Young guards on the perimeter here for Upper Sandusky. Beamer, the lone senior, on the floor. Strong move. Won't result in a basket, jump ball, and that's exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness, you can tell that guy, eats his Wheaties in the morning. He gets into the weight room. Ain't nobody gonna out-muscle the ball from him. I don't think there are gonna be any jump balls types between Vallejo because he's just gonna take it.
Possession arrow does favor the Blue Devils. Looking for their first points here in the contest. Conti left alone outside, dribbles in and blocks at the rim. That's what I'm talking about. Beamer with the big swat.
Wow, and that's what he's known for, his defense inside. That's why you have to kind of take control of the paint. I know, it doesn't feel good to get blocked, but if you get down there, maybe you get him into foul trouble, and then, if he sits down, the Upper Sandusky Rams don't really have another shot blocker like he does.
Beamer can't connect at the other end. Conti skies for the board. Vallejo all alone, tries the 3, too strong. And the board secured by Smalley.
Like the confidence right there by Jordan Vallejo. If you're going to leave him open, I'm going to take that shot. I look for him to keep shooting that one.
Smalley uncorks one. Rams with an offensive rebound. And they'll come away, no points. Vallejo, strong rebound.
No sets drawn up yet for Trent Beamer on the offensive end. Maybe try to get him some post action down low. He's kind of had no impact on the game on the offensive end so far.
And you see how much Upper Sandusky's sagging right now defensively. They're going to allow Carey to shoot the three, and finally they make him pay.
A hand down, man down, Brian. It's a different kind of game than it was quite a few years ago. You know, the three ball, very prevalent now in today's game, so can't leave a lot of guys open from behind the arc.
That's Conti with the first points of the night. Short corner Jay. That one's pure for Levi Lamb.
Offense is starting to pick it up now for a couple of teams who score quite a few points each game. You know, it kind of started off slow, but both offenses seem to be finding the rhythm.
Just over 3 minutes gone by here. And Beamer with the second block shot. Chases it down into the open floor, fouled on the way to the bucket. Conti's gonna pick up the foul. Take another look here on the replay. See Beamer creating a one-man break and heading to the free throw line.
Beamer already filling the status quo tonight here for blocks. Almost one more and he'll be above the season average. So, I mean, we're only a couple minutes into this one and he's already made his impact and mark on this one in the painted area.
Beamer misses both from the free throw line. Both sides with 3 rebounds apiece. As Conti comes off the screen, kick out on the way for Bell. Pair of triples now for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, back-to-back threes. So if you're Upper Sandusky, that you kind of just have to pick your poison, let Carey shoot those threes and hope they cool off.
Rams are going to find an open look. Tough catch, kick out, Smalley. Can't drop one through. Vallejo had it punched away. And then sneaking in Terrace for the theft. Devils get it right back. First 2 turnovers of the game. And we're gonna get a foul on the reach in there. Loose ball foul.
So for Upper Sandusky, Trent Beamer and Smalley, ice cold so far in this one. We're gonna need to see who's gonna need to step up for them offensively. This is a Carey Blue Devil offense where you can't afford, you know, to go cold for very long. It'll be interesting to see what kind of sets are drawn up.
Smalley comes off the screen, laid by Beamer. Rolls down, looking to get it on the block. Lob in and double team there. Not a wise decision that time by Jackson Smalley.
Definitely not, and those are those turnovers we were talking about in the pregame show. Just got to limit those ones, giving away free possessions as the big fella making a couple moves to the hoop.
Forced to give it up outside now. Lonsway with the hesitation move, hangs in air. Fouled on his way to the hole. He'll shoot 2.
That's what you got to do against Trent Beamer. I know it's, like I said earlier, it's no fun to be blocked, especially by a guy who can send it out of the gym, but just keep going at him, maybe get him into some foul trouble, and if he has to sit down, that's going to open up the lane a lot for all of Carey.
So 3 free throw attempts here so far. No makes on either side.
It's almost like I'm out there shooting these free throws for these teams.
Both clubs struggle a little bit too from the charity stripe. Just 54% on the year for Carey, but they do split the pair this time. So 3-point cushion for the Blue Devils, who create yet another turnover. And they'll follow it up with a huge triple. Braden Young
Wow, 3 threes so far already in the first quarter for a team who doesn't score the basketball from beyond the arc a lot. This is a wonderful start for the Carey Blue Devils.
Beamer with Vallejo all over him somehow, some way. Turned over the left shoulder and knocked down the J. Bell, no match at the other end as it's off the restraint. Pair of subs now for the Rams. They'll get Smalley back into the game along with Darius.
That was Trent Beamer's first basket of the night. Brian, it'll be interesting to see if he's able to kind of build some confidence. I know he's got a big guy on him like Vallejo, but he's actually sitting down right now. So this will be the time to attack that painted area if you're the Upper Sandusky offense.
Gamble that time by Bell doesn't pay off. Coach Winslow asking for some patience from his guys. As we're going to get another foul. This one's going to go against Lonsway.
How great of a coach is Coach Winslow? He just eclipsed his 200th win the other night versus Seneca East, and Beamer puts one in off the alley-oop play. But what a just terrific and tenured career he's had, you know, anywhere he's been.
With Upper Sandusky, 165 of those wins. 9-7 and turning as the bombs dropping out of the sky, this time from Ashton Hill.
Carey cannot miss right now from beyond the arc. Upper Sandusky needs an answer quickly, and that turnover isn't going to be what they're looking for.
Fourth giveaway already for the Rams. Blue Devils looking to make them pay. This time way too pumped up on the triple from Putnam. Bell tries another acrobatic play, tipped, and Carey with another look, but Beamer called for the foul. Boy, that was close.
I think so too, and that's his second. That's a big call early in this one. Seems like Winslow's going to elect to keep Trent Beamer in. You know, a guy who can play a lot of smart defense, but if you're Upper Sandusky, you can't let Carey airball twice and then get the offensive rebound both times. Those extra possessions, can't be giving those up, especially down here early.
Schaefer back into the mix as Young misses the first free throw. 67% on the season for Braden.
Vallejo checks back in for the Blue Devils as that free throw no good either. So see if Vallejo can maybe take advantage with the size advantage he has down low.
Darius picked up by Putnam. Now he comes off the screen. Vallejo switches on to him. Looks like the Blue Devils content to pass off the offensive player on every screen here. A Smalley back iron. He's been cold to start. Another opportunity here for the Rams.
The offensive rebound coming in bunches for both teams. Neither team boxing out, putting bodies on bodies, and it's leading to a lot of extra possessions.
Down to 11 seconds and counting in this opening quarter. Bell will come away with the turnover. Paid the price though. See Anthony down on his belly here. That's just an awesome play, forcing Schaefer to dribble it out of bounds.
And what I liked right before that was Jordan Vallejo playing perimeter defense maybe 2 or 3 steps beyond the three-point line. He was not scared to step up and guard the smaller guard, and he hung with him.
Down to 3 seconds. Triple good if it goes. Off the backboard, and that takes us to the end of one. Carey right now with a 5-point lead over their rivals.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder, Rodney Atkins, Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
Second quarter action here inside of the Devil Den. Upper Sandusky with the basketball. They trail it by 5, though, as we are into the second stanza of play. And we get just a slick move. Zach Schaefer to the cup, cuts it down to 3. But speaking of 3, Storm, how about the Devils just raining them down in that first?
Yeah, they're not playing into their strong suit, but hey, maybe that was the game plan. They're only shooting 29% on the season, and they made 4 in that first quarter. And so a heck of a lot better than their season average as they find a 2-pointer right there on that possession.
That's the first 2-pointer of the game here for the Devils. Everything else had been coming from beyond the arc or the free throw line.
2 big questions here for both sides. For Carey, is that kind of offense sustainable through 3 quarters of play? And for Upper Sandusky with Trent Beamer in foul trouble, where does the offense come from? So we might be in for a little bit of a defensive struggle match. You know, like in the MMA, when you see 2 grapplers, 2 wrestlers, that might be the type of matchup we're looking at tonight.
Interesting analogy there, as Upper certainly sweating a little bit from the charity stripe. 0 for 3 right now.
The free throws wins games, Brian, even this early on. I mean, 3 points, that's a lot. That would cut it to 2, so got to start making your gimmies.
Go, Kate, go. Rotate, rotate.
Coach Winslow calling for the double team. As the Devils work it side to side. Driving lane's just not there right now. But a reach-in foul is going to go against Upper Sandusky. It's going to be team foul number 3 on them. 4 fouls right now for Upper. That's the first on Jackson Smalley. Great find in traffic. So 2 fouls in 2 seconds here for Upper Sandusky. I think you saw Coach Winslow come into your picture, kind of slapping on the scores table. Did not like his defense, kind of sleepwalking right there through that play.
I thought he was coming over here to hit me or something. I was a little scared, but for Upper Sandusky, I mean, you're already down Trent Beamer to foul trouble. You can't afford having to sit down another starter, and it's all just kind of going wrong for them here in the first couple quarters.
They're in a 5-point hole. Devils trying to make it 6, and they will. 2 for 2 that time for Putnam. Pressure certainly has been given some fits here to the Rams. Though they're able to battle their way through it this time, getting to their half-court set.
And I think the thing for Upper Sandusky is they just need to slow down, calm down. I know it's a rivalry, big Northern 10 matchup as they get inside and get a 2-pointer to go, but just calm down, you know, make the open pass. It doesn't always have to be forced. I think that's a big reason why they have so many of those unforced errors and those easy turnovers.
Devils moving around the arc. Vallejo again left all alone. This time he comes through.
Hey, for a big man, he's got a silky smooth stroke. I know he missed that first 3-pointer there, but that 15-footer, I mean, that one was butter.
Rams, though, right back at you. Schaefer starting to heat up out there, Storm.
Yeah, bank is open tonight in Carey this late. Gonna have to go make a deposit for that 2-pointer as Upper Sandusky starting to find their rhythm.
Bell just a bit short, tipped out of bounds, and that's going to go off the foot of Schaefer. So Carey catches a break as Lonsway checks in for Bell. Here's Derek with the basketball. Sets up Vallejo again. Won't find the bottom, but he's got friends in low places. Alexander Putnam with the putback.
Another big problem for Upper Sandusky. They keep giving up second chance opportunities. Just not something you can do when you're trying to mount a comeback, as they get a three-pointer and a second chance opportunity of their own.
Rams match it though. Darris got loose. Get a TO taken by the Rams and Coach Winslow, as they trim the gap down to 21-17. Interesting start to this game so far. Both offenses seem like they're starting to come alive a little bit more here. Filling out process in that first, like you mentioned, I think it was a good comparison to say it was kind of an MMA fight, feeling each other out. How are they going to try to come at me here tonight? Things opening up a little bit more, the offense coming in the second. Definitely, and something to note is Trent Beamer is going to be back on the floor for the Rams, so we'll probably see the offense pick up just a little bit more. How many did he have? 2 blocks in the first quarter, so nothing's going to come easy for Carey offensively, and they have a pretty small lead that they're trying to protect, but I think Upper Sandusky's going to have something to say about it. Beamer's such a difference maker for them. Just clogs the lane. I mean, if you're a Northern 10 player, I mean, and you're watching these games live and free here on the OH Report, I'm not taking it inside against him. I'm not getting my stuff put through the floor. He's definitely put a fair amount of kids in the conference on a poster this season. Definitely a walking highlight reel. Just such a special talent and so much fun to watch. There's just so much you could say about him on either end of the floor. Just a really, really talented senior for this Upper Sandusky Ram squad. Yeah, no question about it. Having a fantastic season here as a senior. Leading scorer on the squad, leading rebounder, a couple of blocks already here tonight. As he sets the screen, Smalley comes off it, kicked out to the corner. It's on the way, Lamb. Way off the mark, but Beamer doing what he does best, offensive rebound and putback. And that's what they missed when they were on the bench. Not a lot of easy scoring down low, but as Beamer steps back into the role, I mean, you'll see it yourself. He's going to score a lot down there in the paint. So the Rams come back within 2, but Carey looking to change that. Nice drive by Putnam. He's on his way back to the free throw line where he just made both. That's been the problem tonight here for for Upper Sandusky, is fouling guys on the way to the hole. Rewarding Carey with a lot of free throws, and I guess it's kind of a good thing. Make them earn it at the free throw line, but they shouldn't really be getting in there in the first place. Devils now 4 of 6 from the free throw line. And make it 5 of 7. And the opposite story for the Rams on the other end. Poor free throw shooting performance for them so far tonight. Carey taking advantage of their opportunities at the charity stripe. Rams get into the hands of Smalley. Finally drops a missile through the bottom. Take another look at that here on the Burson-Bakies replay. Just a clean look, and that's what Rams fans are accustomed to seeing this season. One of the best shooters in all of North Central Ohio. And that was his first bucket of the night that didn't come from the free throw line. He has 4 points now. We'll see if he can find some confidence and take that lid off the bucket. No match here at the other end. Putnam kind of forced that one up, and an offensive rebound pulled down by the Devils. Lonsway into harm's way. Beamer, man, he just pops the pinata like nobody else that I've covered this year. Well, I didn't even see him on that possession. Kind of just came out of nowhere. And boom. There he is, filling the status quo. Over 2.5 blocks on the season so far. That's going to raise up his season average just a hair, but
I mean, wow. That is just special defensive talent.
Boy, tons of contact. I am stunned that there was no call there. And a lot of people behind me here in the upper cheering section, shocked to the Lamb, didn't get the whistle.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how much more contact you can call that before you call it a boxing match. As no call on that fast break, but another foul here on Carey.
Here's a look at the replay. Excellent outlet, and Lamb just destroyed on the play. I don't know how that was missed.
I know I'm supposed to be analyzing, breaking things down, Brian, but I'm not really sure either. That one looked like a clear foul to me.
Oh, Darius tried to get some revenge for his buddy. That one halfway home before it spun out.
Upper Sandusky still hanging around 1 point advantage now for Carey. Upper Sandusky not able to take the lead yet, but Carey, they're going to need to kind of shift it into high gear.
Vallejo dribbles down baseline. Fancy footwork and the score.
I mean, that is just too easy. I know he's a bigger guy, but you got to put a body on there down low, take a charge. You got to do something. You can't give him something that easy.
Beamer from the free throw line, tosses over. Here's Darius now on the drive. Smalley gonna try another one. Not this time. Devils now with their 10th rebound. Done some fine work on the offensive glass as we're under 2 minutes to go. Putnam won't put that one through. Beamer clears.
Upper Sandusky trying to push the pace a little bit here, trying to get up and score before Carey can get set, maybe before, Vallejo can anchor down there in the paint.
That's been their style for years and years under Winslow, though they're one and done on their last 2 possessions. Devils looking to slow things down now as we're sub 90 seconds to go before the break.
For Upper Sandusky, just keep them off the glass. You're limiting them to, a missed shot, but you're just giving it right back to them. And here goes Vallejo down low again.
How about the muscle? We knew he had that, plus the touch. Heading to the free throw line.
And I think the even bigger takeaway than that is that's number 3 on Beamer. Brian, do you look to sit him for the rest of the half, or what are you going to do with him?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to check out now in favor of the freshman Brock Montgomery. Starting to get some serious minutes here after not playing varsity at all early on in the season.
And the big difference between this year and last year for Upper Sandusky is they really don't have a second true center. Last year, Gavin Carey kind of locked it down when Trent Beamer got into foul trouble, but this year, no second really paint defender, so I'm sure that Carey is going to take advantage.
Smalley spins, has to give it up. Lamb, same situation. Rams exercising some patience here. Nice drive. And the lane opened up for Holman, took full advantage. Rams back within 4.
Upper Sandusky not giving up. This couple missed possessions, that doesn't faze them as they come down and score an easy 2-pointer. Will Carey answer here at the end of the half?
Be interesting to see if the Devils want to hold for the final shot. Head coach Jamie Young hasn't indicated that, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Caden Holman stood in, so we'll take a look on the Burson-Bakies replay. Excellent defense. Just stood on the tracks with the train coming through, took the big hit.
That was excellent defense there from Holman, putting his body on the line. We're going to have a timeout here, I believe. But just excellent defense right there. Get in there, put your body on the line for your team. And that's a play you love to see as a coach. That's going to earn him some more PT, definitely. Just one of those hustle plays.
This could be a big confidence builder right here, this last potential possession here for Upper Sandusky.
Here we go.
It seems like they should probably be behind by more than 4. This could make it a 1-point game. It won't. Big rebound off the sky job from Young, and that almost dropped as we are at the break. Carey leads it 28-24, trying to keep their hot play going. Keep it with us. We'll have the Bridgestone APM halftime on the way that includes stats, analysis, and gets you ready for quarter number 3. It's live and free boys high school hoops on a Friday night. Where else would you rather be? Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skoronsky, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH.REPORT. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this.
It's Freedom Fest Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God Almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
It's It's halftime here inside of the Devil's Den, and right now, Carey fans, quite a bit to cheer about. They lead 28-24, trying to knock off their Northern 10 rivals. Don't want the Rams to come in here and secure a season sweep. I'm Brian Skronsky, Storm Blunchley with me here tonight, running camera and doing color. So how about a man of many talents? And speaking of which, quite a few players here in this first half displaying some nice offensive abilities. Also getting it done on the defensive end. Trent Bieber definitely stood out, I think, Storm, in terms of the big-time plays and had 2-3 nice blocks. Didn't get it really going offensively, but doing some nice work on the glass, too.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Carey fans, 2 or 3 fouls for him as well. It's been an unfortunate turn of events as he had to sit for the majority of the first quarter and then the end of the second quarter. It'll be interesting to see how they handle his minutes, but another thing I wanted to mention is the free throw shooting. Upper Sandusky, 25% only shooting 1 of 4 compared to Carey's 6 of 8, really not taking advantage of their free throw opportunities. And another thing for Carey, had a bunch of threes. They had, I believe, 4 threes in the first quarter, which was awesome for them. They're a 29% season shooter, but none in the second quarter. And they definitely had some attempts that, fell just short. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a really, really good second half. And man, I love the Northern 10.
It's a fun league, very competitive, and just the spirit by both teams, the energy. You can tell that there's a little bit extra when you get together in the Northern 10, and especially when you play Carey, all these football players out there. It's just a physical brand of basketball. Upper Sandusky, I feel like, has been up for the challenge so far here tonight, trying to match that physicality as we're seeing the halftime stats presented by Bridgestone APM Company. And folks, they are hiring with competitive wages. Make sure that you check out their website that is down in the verbiage here of this post.
And Brian, like you said, those big football players, Jordan Vallejo has just been playing bully ball in the painted area so far tonight.
Kind of his style.
Whether it be on the glass or whether it be, on the low block on offense, he's just been playing bully ball down low. And Trent Beamer's had some nice blocks on him. That's kind of the premier matchup, but, proof's in the pudding. Trent Beamer's going to have to sit with 3 fouls, and Vallejo still on the floor.
Quickly dive into the comments section. Got Facebook pulled up. See Dan Walton cheered on the Devils, says go blue. Aaron says, hey Joe. Tana, go Rams. And Sandy agrees. She also says go Rams. So, hey, if you're watching out there tonight, live and free, drop us a comment and I will read it over air. So let us know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from, all that good stuff. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be right back. Second half action on the way, exclusively on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God Almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more.
Somebody else.
Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
Third quarter action underway here inside of the Devil's Den. Carey's got the rock. They got a double team. And they're going to get it into the hands of the Winnebago, who got in tight, couldn't hit. Second chance is pure. So Carey extends their lead out to 30-24 to start the third.
Well, Carey, Upper Sandusky, they got lucky. They did let up a two-pointer, but no fourth foul on Trent Beamer. He went up. He left his feet on that pump fake from Jordan Vallejo. Very lucky to not get called for that foul.
Beamer, of course, nursing those three personals. As the long rebound comes out, Bell chases it down. Here's Vallejo again, going right into the body. You see what the game plan is, and that's going to be number 4, Storm. That's huge.
That is absolutely massive. Brian and I, right before we came back on the air, we were talking to sit or not to sit Trent Beamer. We both agreed that he was just too valuable to not have on the floor, but looks like they're going to have to play the majority of the third quarter without him anyways. And what a terrific game plan by Carey to come out here and just attack that matchup.
Not a huge fan there of the foul call, just simply because what do you want Trent Beamer to do? That's a 275-pound man coming right into your chest full speed, trying to get you to foul him. It looked to me like he went straight up on the replay.
I kind of say the same thing about, maybe that's what some of the opposing teams in football said to their coaches.
That's fair.
What do you want me to do? It's 275 pounds of pure muscle.
3 ball comes off, rebounds at Conti, sends it ahead, and it's going to be tipped. First turnover here the third quarter. Both teams really took care of the basketball in the first half. And as I say that, back-to-back giveaways.
For Upper Sandusky with no Trent Beamer on the floor. Where is the offense going to come? Smalley not having his typical night, only made 1 3-pointer, and that was his only basket in the first half. So it's going to be interesting as Vallejo pulls down another big board and puts home another easy 2.
The Winnebago starting to take over. Clogging the lane, let's see that again. Boom, boom, boom. Just taking it over, guys, into bodies. Timeout taken by Coach Winslow. Carey off to an excellent start here. Biggest lead of the night, 10-point cushion for him, Storm, and this is the perfect scenario for them. Beamer's over on the bench, probably got to sit him for the entire third quarter with 4 fouls. Meanwhile, a dude who is just an absolute mutant of the high school kid taking over inside the lane. They don't really have anybody that can match up with Vallejo at this point.
Definitely not, and even with Beamer, it's kind of risky to say that they would have someone. He's just such a big guy, such a big body down low. I mean, you're not stopping him. The only chance I think you have is to draw charge. And, who wants to do that? Who wants to let just pretty much 300 pounds of just muscle go right into your chest? I mean, I sure don't. But it seemed just like that. It's a 10-point lead. What was it, 2, 3, 4 there at the end of the first half, and now ballooned all the way up to 10 points. This could get ugly quickly, Brian.
Yeah, 6-0 run by Carey. And Jordan already with a dozen points, so trying to put himself in the driver's seat for our HDER Link MVP.
He's used to getting his MVP awards, too, from the gridiron. He's no stranger to these interviews.
Nice look inside, and the Rams capitalize. It's Schaefer. Much-needed bucket.
Now the question is their defense. Can they stop Carey, and can they limit the second chance opportunities? That was a big hindrance for their comeback hopes in the first half.
Vallejo staying aggressive, and hey, when you're making shots like that, you got to keep it up.
Wow, look at the touch on that. Puts it just enough mustard on that one to put it in the hoop. I mean, that was some great touch from the big fella.
So right now it's Jordan Vallejo 8, Upper Sandusky 2 here in the third quarter. Smalley short-armed it. I think he saw the Winnebago coming at him. Just wanted to uncork it as quickly as possible.
I can't blame him for that. I'd do the same thing, whether it's him or Trent Beamer in the lane. Either painted area, I'm not going in for a layup.
Devils now can just relax a little bit offensively as they get the skip pass. Bell down the lane. Offensive foul, though, wave off the bucket. Dang, Coach Young doesn't like it. Let's take a look here on the Burson-Bakies replay. Yeah, that's probably the right call. There's no restricted area in the high school game.
And that might be enough to jumpstart Upper Sandusky. They came out a little lackadaisical, but hey, with that, that's a little bit of a momentum shift for them. So we'll see if they can take advantage on offense.
Darius tries the baseline, gets cut off by Young. Now Smalley sets up a three-point shooter. No swish on that one. Vallejo with the board.
The struggle continues for Smalley. He had 1 free throw and 1 3, and that was it for him in the first half. We'll see if he elects to keep shooting to try to get out of this slump.
Driving!
Here's Jordan bullying his way yet again. Oh, they say the foul on the floor, huh?
Yeah, no shooting foul there, but if you're an Upper Sandusky defender, you got to be more aware of that. I mean, if he flops there, Jordan Vallejo extended the arm, and check out this call as Trent Beamer's going to come back in to try to combat Jordan Vallejo. But if he extends that arm, you got to fall backwards. You got to put your body on the line. Can't let him get easy shots like that.
I am never one to question Coach Winslow, so clearly he's had a talk with Beamer. Let him know, brother, we need you bad. 34 is going bonkers in there. And you see they're kind of keeping him playing center field right now as an offensive foul and a couple of words. Oh, wow. Vallejo really riled up right now. Looks like he's going to check out. Probably a smart move here for Coach Young. I mean, the kid just makes me smile every time I watch him play.
Oh, man, it is just so fun. Like I said, the Northern 10, man, just full of so many great teams to watch. It's a little bit of a drive down 30 for most of these teams, but, man, is it well worth it.
Upper trying to get it back to single figures here. Beamer down on the block, no 34 to deal with. Turns inside over the left shoulder, a bit too strong. And the Devils chase down the board. Great basketball to get into the hands of Bell. A little surprised he missed that one. Almost a tie-up and a giveaway on the kick-out. Coach Winslow thought that his guy holding Darius probably should have earned a foul there. Here he is on the replay, just letting the official know.
See if Winslow, or we'll see if with Carey sitting on, or excuse me, Jordan Vallejo sitting on the bench, where the offense comes from Carey, and if Upper Sandusky can finally keep the Blue Devils off the glass. So many second chance opportunities for them.
We've got a 4-3 rebounding advantage right now here in the frame. Make it 5-2-6. And drops it through after a couple of offensive rebounds. Good stuff right there from Hill.
Oh, no excuse right there. I mean, Jordan Vallejo's on the bench. You got to box out, put a body on someone, communicate with your teammates. Rebounding, that's, one of those not so glamorous stats. It's whoever wants the basketball is going to go up and get it as Carey makes a three. But going to just need to box out and be a lot better on the glass for Upper Sandusky.
Timeout taken by those Rams. Definitely needed that trifecta to fall there, Storm, as Carey was starting to take over the ball game. Show the replay here of this last possession from start to finish. Nice two-man action up top. They got the screen.
And here's the thing, Brian, with Trent Beamer on the floor, Upper Sandusky just gets that much better, but let's play a little hypothetical game. If he picks up that fifth foul, do you think this one's all but over?
Boy, I mean, even with him on the floor right now, trailing by 9, Storm, playing at a place like the Devil's Den, one of the more challenging road venues to go in and try to steal a victory. It's going to be tough no matter what, but without 32 out there, yeah, that's pretty much burnt toast. Unless the three balls continue to fall. My key to the game.
And what kind of things do you think Coach Winslow has been saying to him? The cliche things, don't leave your feet, things like that. But you think there's anything special he's been telling him on the defensive end?
Well, it looks like he's definitely sagging. He's kind of playing a one-man zone. Matched up right now with Ashton Hill, but really when you're watching Trent Beamer, as we get a foul here that's going to be called against Schaefer, Beamer's just going to be sagging off, coming over playing some weak side defense. So I think it's a fun strategy, and Trent's going to enjoy it. It looks like the Rams definitely are going to try to trap out on the perimeter every opportunity that they get.
I think that's a good strategy. They've been getting cooked down low in the painted area. Keep the ball as far out of the paint as you can. Just try to, create some easy turnovers and hopefully get some easy transition buckets out of it.
Coach Jamie Young wants a TO. Third winningest coach in program history. Took over for the winningest dude, CJ Kin, and done a pretty fantastic job so far. 103-61 during his career. Trying to get something started here, and as we talked about already, after the state championship football run, it was going to take some time for this team to develop. A lot of these guys were contributors, key contributors, when you're talking about, the number one option on offense, the quarterback, Vallejo, the running back, a lot of the defensive backs and linebackers. No Landon Kemmerly, we found out, injured with a shoulder. He's going to be out 6 weeks and likely be done for the entire season. So I think they're starting to gel at the right time, Storm, and putting it on display for us here tonight.
Definitely, man. There's no better time to hit your best, to put your best foot forward than here in the latter half of the season with the tournament draws. A gorgeous move right there and an easy two-pointer. Oh, my goodness. But no better time to be playing your best basketball than here at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think there was some ankles left on the floor back there after the crossover from Hill. Montgomery with the triple. Won't land in its home. And Upper turns it over for the fourth time here in the third.
All right, Brian, I got to ask, which rivalry do you think has more hatred? This one right here between Upper Sandusky and Carey, or the backyard rivalry between Lexington and Ontario?
Ooh, I think for my money, it's probably going to be Lex and Ontario, just because they've had so many different quality teams in different sports. No soccer, of course, in the Northern 10 for some of these schools. So I think I got to kind of lean towards the backyard rivalry. But you can see no love lost here in this battle. No question. Definitely not. And I mean, some schools just have it all, man. Carey, just one of those schools that is so good at pretty much every sport they have. Just like Lucas and teams like that. Sure. So. Not Crestview. We're pretty good at football, but some of our other sports need some work. It'd be nice though. In development right now, Lady Cougars, of course, cooking. Longest win streak in the area for any girls team. As Lonsway stepped through, fouled on the floor. Let's see that one again here on the Burson-Bakies replay. Thought he might have got away with a travel here. Let's see, 1 step, 2 step. Could have went over either way. And 34 checking back in, so Jordan has cooled off a little bit, ready to return to action, and we'll see if Beamer matches up on him. At least right now it looks like he's gonna. And that's a scary matchup for both squads. I mean, Trent Beamer, an elite defender, but I mean, Jordan Vallejo has proven his point that he's one of the premier inside scorers here. Lob inside here is Jordan. Bump, bucket, more on the way. And what do you even do against that? I'm at a loss for words for what you could even do. I mean, he's just putting his body into you. There's not a lot you can do besides try to draw charge, but then you risk the blocking foul, and Jordan Vallejo just such a great scorer with great touch at the rim. And with Kemmerly no longer involved, that was really the forward that they were using offensively throughout most of the season. Second leading scorer on the team with 8.8 per game. You see Jordan really starting to take some initiative offensively. Got a lot of confidence coming off what I believe is a season high for him, 18 points the other night. And about to eclipse that here. Got 16 already. And he's not a guy who's afraid to step out, try to make it splash from 3 or even 15 feet out. We saw him make a mid-range jumper, so it's not a guy you can just sag off and leave open. I mean, he can score it from anywhere, but he likes to do most of his work from down low. He just likes his work anywhere where there can be contact. Physical contact and Vallejo are like peanut butter and jelly. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Here he is matching up defensively. Beamer makes a nice move. Short corner. Can't get the friendly roll.
Beamer looks almost scared out there to take it down low versus Vallejo as Upper Sandusky on the fast break, but he just doesn't seem like he wants to go at him as they're going to call that Carey basketball.
Yeah, here's a look at the turnover on one end. And then a lot of Rams fans feel like they're just getting the shafts on some of these calls. Caden Holman maybe could have got a whistle there, lost his footing. Definitely a tough spot here for the Rams on the road. Trailing by 14, you need to start catching some breaks.
And what a statement win this would be for Carey, especially in the Northern 10. Like we've been saying all night long, they struggled as Vallejo goes right at Beamer.
Wow.
Another two-pointer falls, but what a statement win this would be if Carey can hold on to the lead.
19 points for the Winnebago.
That has to be the best nickname in the area.
It's great.
I love that so much.
Substitution for the Blue Devils, number 23, Nate Rodman.
And he's going to check out right now. Cameron Connor on the floor replacing him. Great head of hair, too. On the drive, Schaefer draws the personal.
Brian, as the game continues on, you see it gets a little more scrappy down there, a little more physical. You know, guys getting tired, things getting sloppy. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see, you know, how the fouls play into this one. Upper Sandusky already with 6 here and Carey with 3, so we'll see how it plays out.
Excellent fake jumper. Not as nice that time for Holman.
Carey right now, you definitely just elect to hold for this one. I think the clock is your best friend right now, especially with this sizable a lead heading in to, as you would call it, Brian, money time.
Always my favorite time of day, no question. Devils check the clock now. They get in the hands of Young, goes to work. Bit too pumped up on the J. Schaefer with the board. And Upper's not going to get a shot off, so we will head to money time. Carey looking to close out the Rams. Big lead for them on top by 16.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God Almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
Here we go, money time has made its way here inside of the Devil's Den, and excellent start here for Upper Sandusky, exactly what they needed. Trims the deficit down to 14. Take a look here, Lonsway picks up the foul. Big bucket by Schaefer.
This one definitely not over, but Upper Sandusky needs to find their stride on offense. They've had some streaks where they've looked like their usual self, but they just don't look like it's a normal night for them to me.
First made free throw of the second half for the Rams. And how about that third quarter by Jordan Vallejo? I think unofficially I had him down for 14 points. And Carey continues to roll.
Big third quarter from Vallejo, and it's been kind of his show all night. He's been doing it all, been really good defensively as well, and such a great touch near the rim when he gets inside. He's not one of those, big fellas who just throws it up in the rim. He can put some touch on it.
Rams can't answer, but they will get an offensive rebound. Second chance points. In and out.
It's been the story all night for Upper Sandusky. Just can't buy a bucket. They uncork another 3-ball.
Wow.
That one doesn't go. Another rebound, and they're going to say a foul on Jordan Vallejo. But Brian just not able to get anything going, whether it be from beyond the arc or inside. It's been a really rough offensive night for Upper Sandusky.
They were out-rebounded 9-5 in that third quarter. They just came away, though, with 4 offensive rebounds on that previous possession. Lob out, Smalley gives it up on the way from Holman. So the Rams, 4 triple tries on that possession, 0 points.
It's been a rough night for both squads from the three-point line. Carey had 4 in the first quarter, but it hasn't been a lot for either team from behind the arc as Carey not able to convert.
Rams with the board, pushing the other way. They need all the one and dones they can get. Free throw line, back iron from Darris. And Vallejo tried to do a over-the-head scoop shot.
Try to put some English on it. I like that shot, though. I like the confidence from Vallejo to try to finish on the fast break.
And heading to the free throw line now is going to be Schaefer. Hill with his first foul. It's going to be the 16th foul against the Devils, and that might be the one thing that the Rams could lean on here in this fourth quarter storm to try to get back into the game. Head into the charity stripe, where they had not done well so far tonight. They were 1 of 4 in the first half. So far, perfect 1 for 1, though, here in the second.
Well, there's no better in time to prove than the present, Brian, and you see the sigh of relief as Upper Sandusky, who thinks that, the officiating has been kind of suspect here. They finally get a call. You saw the sigh of relief, but little commentator's curse right there.
Vallejo heading back over to the bench. Bell into the mix for him. And Beamer over, checking in. And here comes Trent spelling out Schaefer.
Brian, if you're Coach Winslow, you just kind of say, if you pick up number 5, we just need whatever you got in the tank, man. You want you to be aggressive. Don't worry about the fouls anymore. Pick up number 5.
Devils moving it around the perimeter. Obviously in no hurry here. They've been given space all evening long around the arc, specifically to Conti. And for the Rams, they were trapping pretty consistently in that third quarter. Probably got to get back to that as a little bit of a cheap foul that time. It's going to be on the floor. Levi Lamb picking up the personal.
For the Rams, can't let Carey waste that much time on this possession. 5 minutes, that is not a lot of time left in this one. Got to get up into them, got to force some turnovers. But you got to do it without fouling. Can't send them to the free throw line because Carey, they've been solid tonight from the free throw stripe. And you're just stopping the clock and giving Carey an opportunity for some free points.
Devils 3 for 3 in the second half. Here's the front end. Conti won't earn the second. And every possession, basically a key one now for the Rams on the offensive end.
Yeah, almost a must score for all of them as Beamer gets one going to the lane. That one looked like a block to me clean, but Trent Beamer's going to head to the line.
Certainly a lot of ball there by Braden Young.
The old swipe down tactic, Brian.
Hey, you tell me every time, almost every single day, I feel like I'm hearing it.
Can't swipe down. The ref's always going to call that one.
Trent cashes in the first.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It just feels like it's like Jaws in the water.
I know. I can hear the theme song playing in my head whenever he steps on the floor.
Both free throws good for Trent.
Just 12 points now. Definitely a doable comeback, but Upper Sandusky, they got to find it offensively. It has been so rough for them all night.
Blue Devils break the pressure. Straight to the cup is Bell, and he funnels it through.
Great confidence there from Bell to take that one up. Didn't need to, could have pulled it back out, but hey, some awesome confidence to get the guaranteed two-pointer.
That one from deep down 30. Another offensive board here for Upper. They have had the Windex working here in the fourth. See the energy picking up. They understand the desperation of the situation. Holman, though, too strong off glass.
Who put that lid on the basket at halftime, Brian? They can just get nothing going. I mean, a point just doesn't fall for them.
Rams on the season averaging over 61 points per game, sitting at 35 right now, and we're halfway through the fourth. Foul on the drive. Vallejo going to shoot some free throws.
Fouls on number 4 is Zach Schaefer, his fourth, 18 foul.
I really don't even think it's bad shot selection from the Rams tonight. It just really has not been falling for them. We've seen shots go halfway down and out. That point bank layup on the last possession just misses for him as Vallejo makes his second one, but some good shot selection. It just has not been an offensive night for Upper Sandusky.
Jordan goes 2 for 2. Lead extended back out to 16. Rams got to start pumping in some buckets. Nice kick out. Air ball. Schaefer tied up. Ball's loose. And Carey's going to come away with it. 2-on-1. Smalley got a piece of it. Bell hands it off. Conti puts it through. And wow, that was just pretty remarkable. Kind of a microcosm of the entire night.
Yeah, but great awareness as Upper Sandusky goes up with it and Carey pulls down the rebound. Great awareness to know where the basketball was and get it into the open hands. A lot of extra passes, no selfish back.
Wow, nice setup by Bell. Carey, 2 more points. Rams get 3 at the other end. Darris knocking down the triple. Coach Winslow taking a timeout. Here's a look at the open 3 on the Burson-Bakies replay. Just looks like it's going to be a little too late in the game for Upper to finally start finding their stride. Just their third made trifecta here of the night, Storm, and talking about a team on the season that usually does a pretty nice job. They made 110 three-pointers on the season heading into tonight. They shoot it 36% clip. As you alluded to, just really hasn't been their night, haven't been able to find their stride or their stroke from outside or, well, in the lane either in the second half.
And something of note, Brian, Jackson Smalley has not scored since the first quarter.
Wow.
And Trent Beamer still under 10 points. I keep saying it, but I mean, there's nothing really else to say. It has just been a rough offensive outing for Upper Sandusky. I mean, Jackson Smalley, one of the leading scorers, and we talked about how healthy his three-point shooting percentage has been so far this season, but just made one tonight, and I mean, it's just got to be rough for them.
Rams needed this win to stay in the Northern 10 title race. Colonel Crawford, the front runner, had a 1-game advantage on them. They're going to play in the final game of the season. Looks like Carey trying to spoil the party. And they've been hot too, as we talked about. Winners, I believe, in 6 of their last 7. Trying to add to that here at home. It's been a great environment. have fed off the energy too, as we talked about in the pregame.
Fouls on number 20, Jackson Smalley, his second.
And a 21 burger from Jordan Vallejo, as I think he's probably going to take his final seat of the night. But what an offensive, special kind of performance has been for him down on that low block. And what a win this is going to be for Carey. I think they're going to silence a lot of the doubters wrong. Beating a premier team in the Northern 10, that's not easy, as there are a lot of teams in this conference who are just elite.
Oh for 2 from the free throw line here in the second half. Lonsway. And the Rams' night basically all but over here.
And for such a good defensive squad, I know we talk a lot about how rough it's been for them offensively, but letting up almost 60 points, probably will get to 60 points here tonight. Just a poor overall showing, and it seems like almost they came out a step slow here tonight, Brian.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. And Carey on the season holding their opponents on average under 50, so flexing a little bit, showing their defensive prowess at home. And coming up with a turnover here. That's number 11 for the Rams in the contest, as we're under 2 minutes to play. Carey thefts it right back. Devils have done a nice job of taking care of the basketball. Just 7 giveaways for them. Lamb with the offensive rebounds, put back. Got a chance for one more too.
Great hustle there, but this one I think all but over, 136 left. I don't want to say impossible, Brian, but I think highly, highly unlikely that we see anything as Vallejo checks back in. But Upper Sandusky just, it has just been a rough night for them coming in here in a very tough environment, might I add. But it is just, I feel like nothing's pretty much gone their way.
It's their 5th missed free throw of the evening right there. The Devils can basically just squeeze out the clock now. Lamb not going to let it happen. It's going to be a 3rd foul on Lamb. Bell heading to the free throw line, just 50% on the season. Hasn't shot a ton of free throws either, just 16 coming into tonight. And Coach Winslow going to empty out his bench. He is throwing in the towel here, letting some of these younger guys get some minutes.
Rough outing tonight, but that's not to dismay what Carey has been able to do here tonight at home in front of their home crowd. Vallejo played an excellent game, and it was an awesome one to watch. Despite the score differential, what a special performance it's been for the Blue Devils.
Rams give it away, look out below. Conti with the 2-handed throwdown.
A little bit of jam for that peanut butter right there. Brian goes sky high for that flush and puts a big exclamation point at the end of this one.
Fitting ending to this contest there, with Conti coming through with the theft and another one. Back-to-back turnovers here for the young Rams. Bell couldn't follow it up with a throwdown of his own. Well, let's take a look here at the Conti interception. All Ohio defensive pack right there, and boy, he's got some lift.
Yeah, for real. They must have caught wind that, All-Star Weekend's going to be in town, trying to get their audition tape in for the dunk contest, maybe.
Foul at the other end. Goes against Carter Smiley. So that'll be some free throws coming up here for Upper.
At the line for the Rams, shooting 1-1 is number 12, Brock Montgomery.
It's the freshman Brock Montgomery. Just 2 of 3 on the season from the free throw line. Comes through here. Drains both to put the Rams at 42 for the night.
I think that's going to be all she wrote, Brian. A big conference win for Carey. I cannot understate that enough as how impressive this win has been, because Upper Sandusky, one of the great teams in the Northern 10, and Carey's going to walk away with a huge win and a huge boost of confidence heading into the tournament.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those statement wins here at the end of the season. Take a look at the schedule for Carey moving forward. Tomorrow night on the road at Upper Scioto Valley. They will return home to take on Buckeye Central next Wednesday, and then finish it up with a back-to-back on the road at Mohawk, and then Winford in their final game of the year next Saturday before tournament opens up. Final 10 seconds of the contest.
You hear the RV out there, Brian. That's how you know it's a Carey win.
The RV is honking. The Winnebago showed out here tonight. I don't think there's any question Vallejo is going to be our HDR League MVP. There he is, shaking hands. Monster performance by him and the Devils here tonight, 60-42. They get even with Upper Sandusky splitting the season series. Keep it here. We'll be back with our Bridgestone APM post-game that'll include an interview with Jordan Vallejo. That's on the other side.
Here we go now. Here we go now.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God Almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Back now with our player of the game presented by HDER Link, Jordan Vallejo, a career-high 22 points, double-double too, 11 rebounds, and then played some killer defense. So big overall night for you. How did it feel out there? Because it felt at times for us watching the game like you just took over and you were not going to be denied.
I mean, it felt nice. We had our starter, Landon Campbell. He got hurt last weekend, and it was tough for me to come in, but I took the leadership role, filling up his spot, and he always brought a lot of energy, so I feel like it was my part to fill in that role and bring as much energy as I could for the team.
Yeah, you've definitely been doing that. I've seen like 18 points in your previous game, 22 here tonight. Certainly your teammates are looking for you offensively. You've been a force in the paint, so yeah, taking your game to new heights. And what I thought was interesting, you were just telling us off camera that you were a point guard last year, so you got the ball handling skills and the shooting, and now the big body.
Yeah, it's just nice. Yeah, like you said, I was a point guard up until last year until I gained about 60 pounds.
So for you guys, you've been on a nice run here. I think that's wins in like 6 of your last 7 or 7 of your last 8. Talk to me about the confidence level of this team as you got about 4 games left.
Hey, like you said, we went on a win streak right here. I mean, that's big going into playoffs. You know, came off a big win against Leipzig the other night. I mean, all this momentum we're gathering, we're just trying to get it to go into playoffs.
As far as becoming basketball athletes, you have the deep tournament run, as deep as you can go in football. You were honored here tonight for the football championship. Does it feel like now you guys are starting to peak in your basketball players, basketball shape?
Yeah, like right about now, I would say last week when we first started getting our basketball legs back, you know, being 6 weeks behind everybody else, not having practice, but I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way.
We love watching Northern 10 basketball. It just always feels like there's a chip on the shoulder of everybody. Where does Upper rank in terms of the rivalry for you guys here at Carey?
Oh, definitely first.
Right up there.
Upper and then Mohawk for sure.
Your matchup tonight with Trent Beamer, you put him out of the game. 4 fouls for him in the third quarter. Was that a point of emphasis for you?
Yes. You know, he's got a couple inches on me. I mean, it was big to get him in foul trouble and get the smaller guy on me because I feel like I could dominate down in the post.
Well, you definitely did that, Jordan. Awesome game for you. If you want to give a shout-out to anybody who's watching right now, a big Blue Devil fan, here's your chance.
Definitely have to be my brother again, just like football. I mean, being a little brother, he pushed me to do everything. I mean, playing backyard basketball with him and his friends, getting banged up. So I guess big credit to him for what I'm able to do in the post.
All right, big credit to you for the big win here tonight. 22 points, 11 rebounds. Our HDR Link MVP, Jordan Vallejo. Thanks for the time, pal.
Thank you.
All right, Jordan's going to pass off the mic to Storm. And let's dive right into the final stats of the night. 18-point victory for Carey. How'd they do it tonight, Mr. Blunchley?
Well, it was from the free throw line. 14 of those 18 that they won with came from the free throw line. And, you know, that was kind of the big thing that I saw is Carey just so elite from knocking down, having the concentration and knock down consistent free throws. That's something that's easier said than done, I feel like, especially at the high school level. And Upper Sandusky just couldn't get it done. And a big thing we talked about was the turnovers. The turnover bug bit Upper Sandusky, again, 13-7 in the turnover category. So they just gave away a lot of easy possessions, and they also missed their fair share of free throws. So just those simple minor mistakes, all of them just added up, and it left them just short there at the finish line.
Rams did an excellent job in the second half of crashing the glass. We're really getting a lot of offensive rebounds, but they didn't put them back, Storm. I think Jordan was a big reason for that. Just some intimidation factor, and then the ability to hit shots for whatever reason, the lid on the bucket, who knows, maybe a draft coming through, the Devil's Den, just a tough place to play. All those circumstances leading to the Rams just a tough shooting night. It
definitely was, and I think a big part of it was Trent Beamer couldn't be as aggressive as he wanted to be, and then Jackson Smalley only had 4 total points, I think, on the night, but Trent Beamer, he looked like he was playing a little bit scared tonight, and I don't know if that was the foul trouble or just because he had such a big matchup tonight versus Jordan Vallejo, but it just seemed like he was off his night as well as Smalley. Couldn't get anything going. He had 1 3, I think, tonight, which is, that is absolutely mind-blowing to me. That came in the first quarter. And he didn't stop shooting either, so I don't know. It was just a really, really rough night for Upper Sandusky.
And it was a great night for that man right there, number 34, our MVP, Jordan Vallejo, the Winnebago, a career night double-double, 22 points, the most he's ever had in a game. Talking to some other media members, boy, what a performance by him and the Blue Devils. That's going to wrap up our coverage here from inside of the Devil's Den. Want to thank all of you out there for watching on Facebook and YouTube, our generous sponsors. Couldn't do it without them, bringing it to you live and free the way we do. Quest Federal Credit Union, Burson-Bakies Insurance, HDER Link, Bridgestone APM, also a commercial sponsor for us too, in the Freedom Festival, Ohio. I know I'm going to try to make my way there in July. Special thank you to the Carey Athletic Department, Jory Hollenbeck for making the commercials, Adam Thompson for always making us look good with all of our cool graphics and such. I'm Brian Skronsky for Storm Blunchley saying so long from Carey.